absolutely relentless cyber stalking maniac. I mean, it was unbelievable watching. At first, I was shocked and fucking horrified. So relentless in her attack, such a liar, a habitual, pathological liar, absolutely batshit crazy, out of her mind. Like, are you kidding me, Val? Val, change the name of your channel to Toxic Me. You are one sad excuse for a human being, lady. Well, no doubt what Val is. Val is an absolute habitual lying predator from hell. That's exactly what she is. And if you allow yourself to be exposed to that level of poison, you are never going to heal.
Hi guys, it's me, Val Toxic Free. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a video that's kind of a continuation on the last one that I did. So if you haven't seen the last video that I did, probably best to just go and have a little watch of that one, because you might not make sense of this as much as if you've watched that one first. I've scripted a lot of today's video because I want to make sure that I've got everything out quick and without dragging on. I have been contacted by somebody since my last video, and it's been a very big eye-opener, and not so much that, it's been a great validation for me, and I wanted to make a video about it, not to slander, not to be a vendetta, to revenge, to basically, for me, make it, it's for closure, so that I can continue on my channel and my direction that I started out 3 years ago, and just get my closure and my validation. So there's a lady that's contacted me, and she's Teagan. Now Teagan is Kim Wilson's ex-stepdaughter. I'm going to let her explain in her own words, because she sent me a video because she's been quite concerned about what's been going on, and she actually found my last video, and that's why she came forth. Her and her dad kind of contacted me, and we've been spending hours chatting. We all have, and we all deserve a voice, but our voices are distorted by the narcissist after abuse. For those of us that have been through any type of abuse and want to speak out about it, it's tough. I know that through my experience. You know, we want to learn to heal, and we want to get closure from it and move on. Basically, that's what this video is about. After my own experience with abuse of all types, I've learned to use my voice. Surprising. I think you may have noticed that. Narcissism is a different type of monster to most abuse. Narcissism comes in many forms, and it also comes in forms of like healers and Samaritans and YouTube life coaches. Basically wolves in sheep's clothing. See, a robber steals our valuables, a predator sexually abuses, a cheater cheats, a vandal ruins our stuff. They do what it says on the tin, but covert narcissists are hidden in love, hidden in care, they're hidden in flowers, they're hidden in protection, they're hidden in all sorts of things. It's only after do see the real abuse. We all have, and we all deserve a voice, but our voices are distorted by the narcissist after abuse. So when we want to speak out about it, they often abuse us more. They use ambiguity, they twist the words, they twist the content, they twist the intent of what we wanted to say, they confuse, they do smear campaigns and character assassinations, and this is how they get away with a lot of stuff, which makes us want to not speak up. But I've always been stubborn, and this is why I'm here still. See, two things can be exactly the same. A narcissist, a victim, can do two things, but what happens, the narcissist will twist it around and make the intent the other way around. So an innocent thing that I can do can be twisted into something really negative, which is what's been happening. I created my channel. My intent was to share and help others and talk about my experience. But then I got attacked in this community, and if anybody's been following my channel, they'll know exactly who and what I'm talking about. You know, you're slandering, you're smearing. I had it all. I knew my intent, and I sort of stuck by my reality. You know, I can do videos about Jimmy Savile. I can do videos about Chris Watts. I can do videos about narcissists outside this community. Talking about narcissists within the community, we seem to get frowned on. It's like, stop grassing on one of your own. Grassing's an English term. Stop, you know, pointing at people in the community. Stop going after other channels. Stop this, stop that. Do you know what? Narcissism comes in many forms. It doesn't just come outside of this community. They are actually infiltrating us now, and they are appearing as, you know, our friends, our good Samaritans, our life coaches. Abuse is abuse. It's wrong. Wrong is wrong, wherever it comes from. It twists the good to bad. twists bad to good, the right to wrong, the wrong to right. We know that. Those people watching me now who have been through narcissist abuse know exactly what I'm talking about. Exposing a narcissist, as we know, is very hard because it gets turned on us, and then we're looked at like we're doing the smear campaign. We're pointed at like we're doing the smear campaign. It's heartbreaking, and for the last 3 years I've had this. So, as it says here, I won't be holding back my words, and I certainly won't be censoring myself. Okay, Kim Wilson was a self-entitled life coach, okay, who disappeared about 7 months ago, leaving a trail of worried victims behind, which in turn, because of our history, me and Kim's, and her attack on me in the last few years, where she and demars led people to believe I was Britain's most wanted stalker. People believed I was involved in her disappearance. So, this is where I say watch the video first. Now, since that video, I've been trying to explain, and yet again, those of you that think I'm just pointing fingers. Yeah, I admit I do point fingers. I do. Hi, I'm Val. I'm a finger pointer. But I point fingers hopefully in the right direction, and it's a good intent and it's coming from a good place. But what happens is people see that, they don't like it, they don't like who I'm pointing at, they're on the side of the person that I'm pointing at, so what they do is they pick me up, twist me around and put me back down into a narcissist role of, oh, she's smear campaigning, she's pointing fingers, she's a drama channel, all she wants to do is cause trouble. Why should I ignore narcissists within this community and just sit back and let people get hurt? Doesn't matter where the hell they are. Don't care where they are. If it means supporting and helping people, I'll do it. So with Narcissist Abuse Awareness Day today, it's quite ironic that I put this video out because this video means a lot to me and it's probably one of my most important, which is why I'm making a script. And I'm really sort of stuttering because I don't really know how to get this across because it's 3 years of trauma that I'm talking about. Teagan is somebody that came to me recently, and she's the stepdaughter of Kim Wilson. I learned so much about a woman who portrays a very different character on YouTube than in real life. Validation has just been confirmed by these two. They're very lovely, hurt, abused, manipulated, cheated and blackmailed people. I've not been hurt by this woman personally. This video is about speaking out for the truth and getting closure. I do not care if she's a life coach or if people look up to her. This video is not based on a vendetta. It's to warn people about narcissism. That's why I'm here. Those that don't want to listen, won't believe what I'm saying, turn a blind eye, that's fine. I don't care if people see this as pointing fingers. I really don't care. This video is about a very disturbed person, and I can say that because I've listened to the truth. It's exposed. If it's exposing, or is it freedom of speech, maybe justice, I don't know what it is, but it's not revenge. It's okay. I cannot have an answer for everybody, or I cannot change everybody's mind, or I cannot convince, and I won't try and convince people of the truth anymore. I put the truth out there, and those that want to watch and listen to it, they can. So watch and do your own research and decide for yourselves, because I'm not going to add too much more to this video because it doesn't need to be embellished. Clearing my name and giving me closure from the 3 years of smear campaign they did on me. That's all I care about, and obviously the people that have been involved in it. I started this channel to heal from my abuse with my ex-husband and my ex-narcissist. They sidetracked me from what my aim was, which was to heal, and now I need closure so that I can continue my healing. And thank you to Teagan. This is about speaking out and knowing the truth, staying in your reality, however hard. And however many people may knock you off with their gaslighting into believing that you're the narcissist. My truth that was twisted by 2 life coaches to make me look like the monster. It put doubt into people's heads. It put doubt about my character, and mud sticks. They promoted trolling and hate against me from their trusting subscribers. And they were conned into being flying monkeys. For the past 3 years, I've known the truth about Kim, so why not just leave it? Why just move on? Why are you bringing it up again? Why? Because I care, and I need to end this in my head, and by using this situation to educate others. Victims need to hear about fake victims of narcissist abuse. They need to know about the communal narcissists, the covert narcissists, the narcissists that created a platform in this arena, in this community. They use people, they play on their empathy, they play on your scars, your trauma, your abuse, to gain ego, supply, money, YouTube celebrity. Then they discard you. I will not, and I will never sit back and let others be abused in front of my eyes. Whatever people think of me, I will deal with it. Teagan and I will hopefully be doing more to educate about narcissism abuse, mental illness, and the stigmas attached. Please share this story, my story, Teagan's story, and help others. I am astounded at what I've learned, and hopefully once the truth is out, I can move on, so please stay tuned. Thank you for your support. I'm going to play Teagan's video now, and that's all I want to say. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for clicking on this video. Whether you came from Val's Toxic Free channel, or you came through my links, or you've just come across this randomly, which this might be kind of confusing. I'm making this video to bring awareness around an individual who abused myself and my family, and to back up Val from Toxic Free. I don't need to make this video. This person has been out of my life for the past 15 years, and my life has been pretty good without them. I could continue that. But after seeing what this person has been doing, after seeing that this person is preying on, manipulating, and exploiting victims of abuse, someone from her past needs to come out and say something. I won't be making a series of videos about this person. This is just a final statement about this person. Her name is Kim Wilson. She runs a YouTube channel called Kim Wilson TV. Her channel is designed around the claim that she is a victim of narcissistic abuse. She claims that she is here to help others who are victims of narcissistic abuse. She claims her abuser's name is Trevor. Anyone who personally knows Kim's history would know that if Trevor existed, he would either be in jail or worse, and there would be record of him. If you are coming from Kim's community and you don't believe anything that I have to say, that's okay. It was my life. I have lived it. It is something that I've come to accept. So it's my reality. My family knows. My closest friends know. People of Kim's past know. I just can't believe the story of Trevor because there is no reality in which Kim would allow someone to take advantage of her. Based on my experience with Kim, if she did endure any abuse, it was something that she provoked and incited in her own life for some gain, probably financial. If you've known Kim, you know that that is her game. She has moved around a lot, opened many businesses. She owes a lot of people money. She has a history of taking and leaving, taking and leaving. My dad dated Kim for a few years. We lived with them during that time, but not long into living with them did her veil start to fall. The truths started to become lies, and we began to realize that maybe we didn't know this person at all. Kim revealed herself to be a very angry person. She verbally abused myself and my dad. Her sons physically abused my dad daily, pushing him, throwing rocks at his car on his way to work. One of them even broke his nose. Their goal was to constantly corner us and provoke us to have us do something that they could implicate us with. But my dad and I knew what was going on based on learning things about Kim, that we needed to try to get out of this situation as cleanly as possible. It was constant fighting, constant screaming. Neighbors called the cops. My mom would even call the cops when I would be on the phone with her, and she could hear Kim screaming in the background. It got so bad that eventually I just left. I didn't even tell my dad. I moved 4 hours away. Looking back, I regret leaving my dad alone in that house, but It was absolutely not safe for me to be there. Mentally, physically, as a 16-year-old, you shouldn't live in fear. You should be going to school, hanging out with your friends, learning about yourself, growing. But I was just in constant fight or flight mode. While I was gone, my dad ended up segregating himself from the rest of the household. He had a room for himself that he had a deadbolt on the door. He stopped eating with them. He wouldn't eat their groceries. He was genuinely scared for his life. My dad has email records and diaries of daily occurrences that he has emailed to himself just in case something happened to him. That if something happened to him, there would be something to expose the truth of that household. Based on Kim's history of past relationships, he had every reason to be afraid. He has voicemails saved. He has emails to lawyers and abuse counselors. PSA, there definitely needs to be more resources for men enduring abuse. Basically, he was always advised, just get out when you can, as easily as you can. Don't do anything that could make you look like you provoked this behavior from them. My dad was responsible for all the bills. The house was paid for by him. Kim owned stores under my dad's credit cards, which she ran all of those businesses to the ground. She owes a lot of people money. Skimming over a lot of years of abuse, when this relationship was finally coming to an end and they were going to sell the house, Kim wasn't going to let this dissolve easily. Kim would ensure that my dad would have to make some form of sacrifice to get out of this relationship. Kim gathered her 5 boys in the kitchen one night, and she called my dad in. There were papers on the table. She instructed my dad to sign those papers. If he didn't, she stated to my dad that she was prepared to smash her face on the table and abuse herself in a way to make it look like he had been sexually and physically abusing her, and that she had all of her sons prepared with a story to corroborate what she was going to claim. So obviously my dad signed the papers. So my dad got nothing out of this. He endured debt, emotional abuse. When you're living in fear, you're in constant fight or flight. You just want to get out. This video would be very, very long if I went into every incident that happened with Kim. But bottom line is she's a cruel person. She was constantly drunk, calling me names, calling me worthless, talentless, that I would never amount to anything. I was 15, 16 years old, and I didn't have anywhere to call my own home. I had nowhere safe to be. It stunted a huge part of my emotional development and caused very deep-rooted emotional responses in me that I still talk myself through today. I know now that, as the saying goes, misery loves company. Kim only projects and breeds pain and hate. She projects that pain into people to try and gain what she is taking from them. The people who follow her are coming from one situation of abuse. They're emotionally vulnerable. They're not themselves. They're not complete. They're not whole. And they're going right into another scenario of abuse. It's the perfect place for her to hide in plain sight. The stories of abuse that she claims to have endured are just stories of her own admittance. Knowing that people are feeling sad and weak makes her feel strong and powerful. It makes her feel so much more capable to see people feel powerless. She is the absolute truest definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. And Kim knows, and she's ensured this, that through fear, that anyone in her past that she has wronged isn't going to bother interrupting their life to try and confront her. I hope by me speaking up about knowing the true Kim, I hope that others will do the same at some capacity that they're comfortable with. Kim has gone to many lengths to try and shut down anyone who has spoken up against her, even creating fake accounts to harass those people. So if you've watched this through and you connect with my sentiment that victims should feel confident to speak up against their abuser and be able to call people out, then please like this video, comment. Even if you want to comment about something that you've endured, it has nothing to do with Kim, but if you just need to let something out, do that. Kim now owns a store in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. It's called Art Viviente. Sorry if I butchered that. She hasn't posted a video in 6 months, so I assume the store has been taking her attention. She's had people leaving comments very worried about where she is and how she's doing, and she hasn't been responding to them. The only people that she responds to are people who make comments about how beautiful she looks. She absorbed as much financial gain as she could from her YouTube channel and is now onto what she really wants to do. She's busy with her shop. She doesn't care about these victims that she has dragged along on this journey. I will link a photo of her actually standing in the shop that she was opening, which is open now. So if you've been concerned about her whereabouts, you know exactly where she is. If she has helped you, that's an absolute miracle. And I hope that your journey of self-love and self-discovery continues to flourish. But I truly hope it goes in another direction and that you don't linger around Kim's community. I will leave links below of Val's Toxic Free channel and her playlist that documents some other very questionable things that Kim has done online recently. And I will also link Kim's channel so that you know who I'm talking about and can maybe see some of the inconsistencies. Thank you again for watching. Stay inside, drink water, and tell yourself that you love yourself if you need that. Thank you.
This video is made to show people that if you push and you stand your ground and you stay in your reality and you don't let people push you into their reality and you fight and you speak up. Okay, there's times that you should go no contact, but in my situation I needed to say something and I have. And I've made this video so that people can see that by pushing and by being who you are and having a voice, you will be heard. It only takes time. When I saw Teagan's video of what she'd done to help me, it upset me. It validated me. It made me feel like the 3 years that I'd fought and I'd pushed and I stood my ground. I knew if I pushed hard enough and stood my ground, that one day the truth would come out. And I don't want the truth out just so that you all can see the truth. I want it for me as well. I need to just put the truth out so that if people want to know what the truth was, they know. And it's there. I've not included every single piece of information or every bit of proof that I've been told over the last 2 days by Teagan and her dad of what they went through at the hands of Kim and her family, because I don't think I need to anymore. I think Teagan's words will speak for everybody. Because watching her video, I'm sorry, it made me realise that there is good people out there that will support others. You just need to stand your ground. You just need to be strong and know that one day the crumbs that they've gone through their lives, guys, whoever out there is watching this who've been through abuse, they leave crumbs. Narcissists leave crumbs, and each crumb they leave, they forget until they leave the next, and they leave the next, and then what happens is someone will come along and pick up the crumbs, and all of a sudden the truth will come out. It could take time, but I really wanted to make this video to make people understand that one day your truth will come out. One day. You have to be strong, and you have to stand your ground against the narcissist. I went through hell with Demars and Wilson, and I don't care about saying their names. And nobody really could really understand what they did and how they did it. My playlist is there. Maybe you'll look back on my playlist now and see it differently. Guys, I'm going to shut up because I did try and keep this one short. If anybody does want to contact me who's been a subscriber to Kim, and you are concerned, you're feeling lost, or you're just really confused about what's happened, you've donated, you feel like you've been abused all over again, which is what I don't want, which is why I've done what I've done and I've fought, please contact me. If you need more proof, Teagan and I will talk to you. Please just contact me. The last thing I want is for anybody to be hurt in this. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much.